Hello and welcome to Gardenville.tv with myself, Catherine and Susan on a pretty chilly day.
Yes,
okay.
It's chilly.
Now we're talking about all our favourites are potatoes. Spuds.
Okay, and we've come into a tunnel because it's absolutely freezing outside. We're now towards the end of January, and these are first early potatoes. They're Sharps Express. And what we're going to do is we're going to chit them. That's C-H-I-T.
Okay. I'm sure a lot of people are saying, what did she say? Okay.
So we're going to chit these potatoes.
Chit them.
What that
What does
means
that mean?
is you encourage them to make short, strong, green sprouts, which come out from where you call, the eyes in potatoes if
Yeah.
you're peeling them. Well, that's
Yeah.
where the sprouts come. So there's one just here and here and things.
Right.
And what you do is you bring them into the light. They're available in the shops now,
Right.
garden centres and things. You bring them into the light and you can put them in a cardboard box, you can lay them on newspaper, but you want them somewhere where they're not getting direct sunlight, but they're getting light and it's frost free. So if you
Okay.
have a room in your house which you're not heating and has a north facing window or something, that's perfect.
Yeah. Okay. And why am I doing that?
You're doing that because once they go into the ground, now you'll be planting these out sort of mid to end of March depending on the weather.
Okay, so you start doing this
You
now
start
to
doing
promote
this now
this
to
growth.
promote this growth, and then when
Okay,
you
so
plant
we're
them,
January now.
Yeah.
So
you're
right.
careful not to break off these shoots, but it gives them that start when they're in the ground. And generally it'll bring them in sort of 2 to 3 weeks earlier for eating than if you haven't
Oh
done
really? Now can I just ask you something? From this one potato, how many would I get from that? Roughly? 3, 4?
it. Oh, that depends on so many things, how well you've grown them, how well the soil is, what the weather's been like, if you watered them properly. 8, 10, I don't know.
Oh wow, okay.
I really don't know.
Well, anybody who does have an idea, let's get them to
I mean,
contact
some
us at
people would-
Gardenville.
Some people will do better than others. They will have grown them
Well, I
better,
have
it'll
to
be a
say
better
now,
year.
I met a guy the other day who was boasting about his 3 bags
Yeah.
of potatoes he'd grown. I grew potatoes and I couldn't find them. So
What-
don't ask me what
I've
happened
got
mine.
here, you can put them in, as I say, in a cardboard box or
Yeah.
thing, just separate them.
Or
Here,
this is a seed, or is this a little potting?
this is actually an old tray that pots of 3-inch pots of summer bedding or something
Right,
came in,
okay,
and it's been kept, so it makes an ideal thing to put them in.
okay,
And then
perfect.
It keeps them all apart, and you just watch in case one goes bad or anything, but it keeps them
Because
away from each other.
if one does
well,
go
if
bad,
they were touching each other and one went
it'll
bad for
cause
some
a
reason,
problem
it'll spread.
in the group.
So
okay.
there we are. Let Rosie see that. So these then we'll be able to show you then later what they will look like when they're chitting.
So we'll have another clip
We'll have
on
another
that.
clip on that on what they will look like when they're
Okay,
chitting.
so this is called chitting.
And it's your first earlies. These are Sharps Express. They're Home Guard. There are varying other first
So
earlies.
when would we be eating the offspring of this potato?
You do ask me awkward questions.
I do.
I cannot predict what the weather will do.
But
to
say
us.
we get quite a nice now coming
Okay,
into
March,
April,
April,
May,
And maybe in June probably.
June, and then I'm a bit confused about potatoes. They've early potatoes.
There's first earlies, there's second earlies, and there's main crop. So you're
Okay.
roughly planting them at possibly 2-week intervals. Now,
So that means you get potatoes all summer.
you get potatoes. You should get potatoes if you've got enough ground and you've gone through the 3 sections. You should get potatoes all summer. Yeah.
Oh right.
These will be faster to come into potato than
Then the
the
other
others. The
potatoes.
main crop will take longer, and you probably
I'm
get more
definitely
from them.
going to do this now, Susan. So I'll go to my garden centre and I'll ask them for first early
Earlies.
potatoes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Generally, they'll have all the different bags of the different varieties.
Yeah,
and
but
can
when you
always-
don't know, you look at them and you go,
Well, I have to say, I sort of go back and go on Google and look at the different varieties.
well,
generally,
Google, you go on to gardenville.tv and we're telling you exactly what to do.
but it'll
and-
also tell you on the bag whether they're good for chips, baking, roasting,
Oh
whatever.
yeah, a bit like your supermarket when you go along and they say ideal for
Yeah,
chips
or salad
baking.
potatoes.
Yeah.
And some garden centres has a massive range, and you can get smaller bags. You can try different varieties. You can get sort of ones with blue skins and pink fur.
Well, we'll
apples and-
definitely have a series of growing potatoes. It's such a popular
Well, we'll
thing
be
for
doing
people
them
to
on
grow.
we'll be doing them on the allotment, so you can see how we get on. and
Exactly.
See if we survive blight and all sorts of other nasties that can.
That can come our way.
It's not all plain sailing.
Yeah, no, don't we know? Well, particularly I planted mine. I got nothing. So-
Well, we'll see if we can do better this year.
I know, absolutely. But if you've had great success with planting your potatoes, please join our forum. We want to hear from you. You can tell us all about it and how you got it right.
Okay. Have,
Great, aren't they?
yeah, they're